Hi, welcome to Tea Time on ATMC TV. I'm Rebecca Albin, Executive Director for the First Tee of Brunswick County. Join us as we visit one of Brunswick County's finest golf courses each month, where we learn about the course and its layout and get updates on the newest golf fashion, golf fitness, and golf equipment. If you're ready, let's go. We're here at the club shop of Carolina Shores Golf and Country Club with General Manager Philip Bureau. Philip, again, thank you very much for having us at your course today. We appreciate it.
You are so welcome. Thank you for being here.
Well, it's wonderful. We enjoy coming out and visiting all the different courses. And Carolina Shores is a wonderful course in the community. You guys have been here since the early 70s, is that correct? 1974.
It was designed by Tom Jackson, the original developer of the property. Commissioned Mr. Jackson to come and build the most difficult golf course in Myrtle Beach.
Wow.
So the original design had 108 sand traps, bunkers, throughout the entire golf course. As our demographics changed, we had an older clientele, higher handicappers that came to Carolina Shores. We removed 53 of them 3 years ago. So we haven't changed the integrity of the golf course or the design, but we did make it more playable. And so yes, since 1974 we have had a lot of opportunity to improve on your bunker play.
Fantastic. So other than the bunkers that you'll find here, talk to us a little bit about Mr. Jackson's work and what one can expect to play when they step out on one of his courses.
Well, he's done a wonderful job of mixing both straight layout holes as well as dog legs left, dog legs right. Because of the topography of this golf course, there aren't any raised greens. It's basically a flat golf course. So in order to give the golf course some depth, what he did is that he added ponds and little creeks that go through the property to give you some water that can give you some depth. And then, again, some of the older trees that are in the backgrounds also help you with some depth. And much like a Tom Jackson golf course, a lot of bunkers that surround the green complexes, some that are in the fairways to help you with targeting, and then a nice mixture of short, long, and medium length holes.
Okay, and we're going to see one of those par 5 holes a little bit later in the show when we go out and play with your first assistant professional.
Correct. So. Number 9, which is a par 5 down the hill, and really that is, you picked a perfect hole because that is the only hole that has a whole lot of slope in it.
And a lot of bunkers, from what I hear.
There are a lot of bunkers. There are a lot of bunkers, both in the landing area and in the green complex.
Okay.
So it is pretty typical of the holes here at Carolina Shores.
Okay, wonderful. Talk to us, if you will, a little bit about the ownership of Carolina Shores. It's somewhat unique, maybe, for the area, in that you have an individual owner who owns this property and another. So tell us a little bit about that story.
We do. Mike Matheny and his family, they are from Raleigh. And 10 years ago, he purchased both Carolina Shores and Palmetto Greens. Palmetto Greens, which is in Long's, used to be Colonial Charters. He had a love for golf, has a love for golf, still to this day. And he wanted to own the golf course, so he came down and purchased those 2 golf courses. And he has basically run it himself for those 10 years. And every time that you meet Mike and his family, they're enthusiastic about being golf course owners and very conscientious about providing just a wonderful experience for everybody. For Mike and his family, golf is supposed to be fun. It's not about beating yourself up. It's not about playing in the PGA Championship. It's about going out and having a good time. And we think we've accomplished that with the design of these golf courses and the way that we treat our customers.
Absolutely. And your members seem very happy. So talk to us a little bit about your membership. And I'm assuming there's reciprocal agreements between both courses. So if you could talk a little bit about the membership and who you have here.
We do. We have a membership that entitles you use to both golf courses. And we have a variety of different memberships. We have an all-inclusive, which means that you can play as much golf as you want to for one set fee. Most of our members pay that annually. And then they can play, like I said, as much golf as they want at either location, depending on which one is busy and which one is not. And then we developed this year what's known as our Flex membership. And what that does is allow people to play, pay as they play. And as our membership got older, not everybody wants to go out and play 7 days a week and 18 holes of golf. And so we gave them an alternative that allowed them within their budget and their physical ability and their social constraints to be able to choose how much they want to play. And so those are our two basic memberships. One's all-inclusive and then one is pay-as-you-go. At Carolina Shores, we also allow walking. And we have seen an increase in our members who choose to walk. And if they come out after 12 o'clock, we have a group particularly of 8 guys who come out every single day at 12 o'clock. It's wonderful. And with their pull carts, they go out and they walk 18 holes. They get a little exercise and they get to enjoy the outdoors, and it's wonderful. So that's growing, and that's nice.
Fantastic. Now, I know that you guys here at Carolina Shores are a member of the First Tee Player Card, and we're very grateful for that, and you guys get a good amount of play from that. Other than the player card, what other special types of offerings do you have outside of just a regular membership?
Well, we do several things. We always have an ad in the newspaper, in the Sun News, that helps the discount lower the price. We also have agreements with the Golf Course Owners Association and their passport. But I tell you, our relationship with the First Tee has been fantastic. We've had more players come who have been participating with that card than anything else. Also, at Carolina Shores, what we do differently than some is that we never mark it off. You can come out and play as often as you want to. And we do that because we want to support the First Tee. It is a wonderful program that gives a nice alternative to kids than sitting at home and watching TV to start with. But also as an ambassador of the game through the PGA of America, the more people that we can introduce, particularly young kids, the better chances this industry has to succeed in the long term. So we're really pleased with the discount card for the First Tee card. We're pleased that you all are so successful in the area, and we're happy to help any way we can.
Well, we definitely appreciate it, and it has been one of our largest fundraisers, so you guys are doing tremendous work for us. And speaking of the kids and the youth, I noticed when we came in today that you had some clinics going on here. So obviously in the summer months you offer some special events or special opportunities for young people. What else do you do throughout the year maybe to engage young people or new golfers in the game?
Well, we do. We have Lori's Golf Shop, which is located in Calabash. They actually do all of our teaching for us. Our staff doesn't do the teaching. And they outreach into the community for different clinics for beginners, for ladies and men. They go out to the golf course and teach them etiquette and how to play golf. In the summer, what we do is they do a junior program. And they do the junior program because of all the grandchildren who are in town visiting. And it has been wonderfully successful, and we're so appreciative that they do that. For us, what we do in order to encourage golf is that juniors always play free, as long as they're playing with an adult. It's not just a summer program at Carolina Shores. It runs all 12 months out of the year, whether it's your son, your daughter, your granddaughter, your grandson. As long as they're under the age of 16 years of age and they're playing with an adult who's paying, always will be free at Carolina Shores. And that is card fee, green fee, everything.
Fantastic. And that's important, growing the game of golf so that there are golfers coming out of high school and college to continue at your courses.
It is, and for us it's even more important than that, is that we like to get them out and we like to get them away from indoor activities that aren't as productive, and we want to encourage them to do that. And we know that by providing special programs for juniors that we can assist them in bothering their parents and grandparents to come out and play golf.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Philip, it's a phenomenal course, very pretty. You guys are obviously doing a lot for the community, and you seem to have that wonderful kind of family environment carrying over from your owners. So we're very grateful for everything you do and are appreciative for you having us today.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you. We're standing here on hole number 9 at Carolina Shores Golf and Country Club with Elliot Jones, First Assistant Golf Professional. Thanks for being with us today, Elliot.
Thank you for having me, Rebecca.
So tell us a little bit about number 9 here, this long par 5 we've got.
Well, number 9 here at Carolina Shores Golf and Country Club is 521 yards from the men's tees. It's a great, if you can hit it long enough, it's a good risk-reward hole. You do have a fair amount of bunkers up there. You don't really encounter any on the drive, but you might find some on the second shot, as well as the green does have some bunkers around the outside of it.
Okay, great. Well, if you're ready, let's give this a shot. See how it goes.
Let's go. Good shot.
Thank you. All right, another good ball.
All right.
Okay, Elliot, well, it looks like we've got 2 balls in the middle of the fairway for our second shots in. Talk to me a little bit about mine. Obviously, we're still a good ways from the hole, but what's my safest shot here?
Well, we're probably about 220 yards to the middle of the green here, Rebecca. You know, with the protection of the bunkers surrounding the green, you do want to lay up here. You probably want to hit the ball about 140 yards, you know, leave yourself a nice full shot into the green.
Okay, well, let's see how it goes.
All right. All right,
Okay.
that'll work.
All right, and same thing with your second shot in, or?
Yes, I'm gonna, you know, with so many bunkers being up there, I'm gonna go ahead and just lay up there so I have a nice wedge into the green and, you know, hopefully give myself a chance to make birdie.
Great. All right. Another good shot. All right, Elliot, so my second shot in was a little low, left me a little bit longer than I wanted to be. So what about now for my third shot coming in? I've got a lot of bunkers up there.
We do have quite a few bunkers up there. We are looking at a back flag, so, you know, it's not necessarily imperative to get it all the way to the back of the flag.
Okay.
We do have a little bit more room left of the flag, of course, because the green does angle from left to the back right, kind of in a northeasterly direction.
Okay.
So, you know, I'd say if you want to hit it somewhere in the 95 to 100 yard range, you should be good.
Okay.
Good looking shot there. Good
All
shot.
right. Thank
in the middle
you.
of the green.
All right. And you've got a great shot in, so same thing for you here?
Got about, you know, I'm looking at probably, I'm thinking about 65, 70 yards to the flag. Good little green light scoring situation. Hopefully I can get it close, have a chance for birdie.
All right, nice shot. We're both here on the green.
Yes.
Talk to us a little bit about how this is going to break and what it's going to, how it's going to play here.
And look, you know, you're slightly uphill. It looks like you're going to break a little bit to the left. Might fall a little to the right at the end, but I think, you know, the majority of it is going to go a little to the left.
Okay.
All right. Good pot.
Thanks. All right, same thing with yours coming.
Looks like it's going to be a little
downhill
uphill, a little downhill. Pretty straight though.
Okay.
So hopefully I can roll with it.
See if you got that birdie. Good looking putt.
Oh,
Goes.
just a little short.
if we can finish this.
Okay. All right. Just go ahead and tap that in.
Nice.
All righty.
Thank you very much.
Thank
it was
you,
a pleasure.
Rebecca.
Appreciate it. We're standing here on the green of number 18 at Carolina Shores with Philip Bureau, General Manager here. Philip, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
While we're out here today on 18, I'm going to talk a little bit about course maintenance and management and some of the things you guys have been doing here. And one of the things most noticeably has been tree removal.
Yes.
So talk to us about how long you guys have been in this process and the importance of this.
Well, we started the process at the beginning of June. Actually, we really started the process in January because we had to get the permitting and the approval from the town.
Right.
And that's kind of a long, arduous process. But the town's been very helpful and it's worked with us, and we've been very appreciative of that. So we started in January. We got all the permits, and then we started actually removing trees in the beginning of July.
Okay.
In July. We've worked on 3 holes so far, because what we've done is we have taken that project and divided it up into 6 phases.
Wow.
And we have just now completed phase number 1 and removed roughly about 140 trees.
Okay, so to the outsider, that sounds like you guys are just taking down a lot of trees. But talk to us about why that's so important for the health of a golf course.
Well, grass requires 3 things basically. It requires sunlight, requires oxygen, and it requires water. And as you can see with the pine trees, that they have a huge canopy, and so what happens is they block sunlight. There are certain holes on this golf course where in a given day we will only have 1 or 2 hours worth of sunlight that hits the greens.
Okay.
So it really is detrimental to the growth of the grass. And what happens is we end up with bare spots. We have to put out more chemicals to try to boost it and get it to grow. And by removing the trees, we've allowed more sunlight, we've allowed more wind to go through, and so we've allowed ourselves the opportunity to make healthier grass, better putting surfaces, and just a more enjoyable surface for everybody.
Absolutely. So again, one of those things that for me I'd be happy about because it means less trees to lose my ball in.
That's right.
But more importantly, it's about keeping the grass healthier and the course more playable without the chemicals as much, right? So it's a more natural approach.
It is. It's a function of playability from the player standpoint, but it really is. The reason why we made the decision was agronomical. It was in order to use less chemicals, be more natural, get a better putting surface, and allow more sunlight. It's we went through the process with NC State Extension Extension Office, and what we did is we identified specific trees on every single hole that would allow us to accomplish what we wanted to. So we didn't haphazardly take out trees. We didn't want to remove all the trees and make this into a links golf course. But what we did want to do is give ourselves the best opportunity to provide the best putting service for everybody.
Okay. And again, using a lot of professional support. You said NC State Extension Office helping you out with it, so making sure it's being done correctly. How much longer? You said you guys are in phase 1. What can people look to as they're coming to the course now for the next couple of phases?
It will probably take us another 2 months or so to complete the phases. What we do is that in going from one phase to another, Rebecca, we clean up behind ourselves, and we won't go, in other words, rather than cutting down all the trees and leaving all the mess and seeing when we eventually will get back to cleaning it all up, what we do is we go in steps. And so we don't leave a specific area until all the debris is cleaned up, until we put the golf course back into its shape. What will happen is that starting in the next couple of weeks, we'll start grinding all the stumps, removing all the stumps, and we'll start in this area again because this is phase 1. And then as we go through each of the phases, we'll continue and catch up. And so essentially the golfer won't notice anything because we clean up every single day as we go along, and we try to make it as unintrusive as we can to our guests who come for the day.
Absolutely. So in the future, guests can look forward to a healthier course, greener course, and a course that's more friendly and more playable for them.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Well, Philip, we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you for joining us for Tee Time's episode of More Than a Game. We're here today with Carol Petri, co-founder of the First Tee of Brunswick County. Carol, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you very much.
I think as most people in the community know, you and Rusty founded the first tee of Brunswick County, and as a part of that, you founded the Carol S. Petri Youth Golf Foundation, which is the nonprofit organization that oversees our chapter. And you guys did that in 2005, correct?
Yes.
Talk to us a little bit, if you don't mind, about your mission and why it was so important to you and so close to your heart to start the foundation in the first tee chapter.
Well, in order to become a chapter of the first tee, you needed to have a foundation, and we had gone out to several folks in the local community seeing if they would be our sponsor. Well, we didn't find that, so Rusty and myself decided that we would start our own foundation, and I didn't know it would be named after myself, but that's fine. Mm-hmm. And so we just had a vision where children could learn to play golf, but also embody these 9 core values that we use throughout our life, and we use just about every day. So that's where we had the idea to go forth, so that our community here could have the best for its children, and they could reach what they dream about, and it would be within reach.
So at the end of 2005, that became a reality, and you guys started programming at the beginning of 2006
yes.
at the first tee of Brunswick County.
Yes.
And since then, your organization has had a tremendous impact on the community, seeing almost 8,000 kids annually, which is unbelievable in the county alone. And over the past few years, you guys have continued to dream big and envision bigger things for the community and for the kids. And that's what we're going to talk about today, the growth and expansion of your foundation. One of the big things that people will see when they come out to our facility at Shingali Creek is the new building project. There's a new building going up, about a 10,000 square foot facility called the Carolinas Life Skills and Leadership Academy. Tell us a little bit about that academy and what its mission is going to be, and who's going to be impacted by programming there.
Well, as you can see, that's a rendition of our 9,000 square foot building. It will be for teenagers who are in the first tee, primarily focused on 14 to 17-year-olds who have reached a level of proficiency in the program. And it will focus on leadership skills that will take them beyond their high school and into college, and we'll help them work on those life skills and leadership, a toolbox, for, I would say. In addition to that, we'll hone in on their golf skills, because within this building we have we'll have state-of-the-art golf simulator equipment and analysis. As well, there'll be 50 youth beds and 16 counselor beds, as well as a full-size kitchen. There'll be a game room. So it'll be self-contained, and our envision is that we could use this building for the entire year for our children in the Carolinas, North and South Carolina, and our military bases send the military children to here to the academy, not so much on their golf skills, but as a leadership skills, and to come to a wonderful place here in Brunswick County.
And again, if the community doesn't know, you and Rusty are both retired naval officers.
Yes.
So the leadership that you guys have learned in the Navy is very important to you, and you're transitioning a lot of that to the academy. So in addition to the first tee's 9 core values, you guys have created 9 core values of leadership. Tell us why you think that's so important for today's youth.
I think that for them to be able to focus and with a lot of energy on where they would like to go, or the possibilities. If their dreams are to be an astronaut, or their dreams are to be a doctor, or to be a golf professional, you need to have to be able to have a toolbox and a bench on where do I want to go? How am I going to get there? What are some of the obstacles? How do I have to plan it out? It's almost as if, like when we go to the golf course, what is it that we've got to get ready? And as we make that shot, what's going through our minds? So on the same line of golf, you can also develop your life skills as well. So that's why I think it's a perfect fit.
Fantastic. So in addition to the academy, which is incredibly exciting, there's a lot of other growth going on at the foundation level. And you currently are sitting as the board chair, a 2-year term. And even though you're the founder, this is your first time serving as the chair, and there have been other chairs before you, but you happen to be here at a very unique time. the foundation has gone from overseeing just one programming area, the first tee of Brunswick County, to now a very large service region. So talk to us again, please, a little bit about the growth and what people are going to begin to see as part of the foundation.
In January, we restarted the first tee down in Myrtle Beach, and we renamed it to include Georgetown and Horry County as the first tee of the Grand Strand. And then we decided to go ahead and rename the first tee of Wilmington to the Cape Fear region, which will include New Hanover, Pender,
And Duplin.
and Duplin.
County.
Right. Then our last chapter, which happened about 3 weeks ago, was Eastern North Carolina, which will encompass 6 counties, with the hub being in New Bern. And then, of course, we still have our military affiliate program at Camp Lejeune, and the Eastern North Carolina will encompass Cherry Point as well. So it is quite exciting, and we look forward to great things on the eastern part of the eastern part of North Carolina.
It's exciting. It's exciting to see that much growth and to see it centered here in Brunswick County. So just as a little bit of clarification for the community, Brunswick County is still operating very independently here in the community. We still rely 100% on the community here to support us. As each of these branded program affiliates, that's the home office verbiage, as each of those branded program affiliates will, but the oversight comes from the foundation,
Right.
Carol S. Petri Youth Golf Foundation. So in the course of just a couple of months, you guys have grown the program from 1 county to now 12, and probably soon to be more very quickly. So what is if we were to ask you and Rusty what your ultimate goal is for the foundation and for this particular program, what would you say that is? What's your end state?
Well, I would like to know that the children have been involved with our National School Day program, which is golf within their schools, and they have access to and be able to participate in golf and learn about the golf, but also life skills, so that they can achieve things. So just bringing them to the game of golf, but also inviting other opportunities that may not be there. So it's very exciting.
And when we talk about size and the number of kids impacted, like we said, we see about 8,000 young people here a year in Brunswick County. For each of those new service regions, the first tee of the Grand Strand, we're looking at, over the next 5 years, maybe 25,000 young people.
Right.
The same for the Cape Fear region, and
Yes.
then possibly the same for the Eastern North Carolina. So within 5 years, we could be talking about 85,000 young people
Absolutely,
easily.
yes.
That's very exciting.
Very impactful.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. So, Carol, as we're talking about this huge growth and quadrupling, essentially, even more, the number of young people that we're seeing, what is it that we need from the community and able to carry out your vision?
Well, I'd like to go back to our Leadership Academy, and that's $1 million project. So we would be able to take anyone who's interested on a tour of this facility, or you, Rebecca, or my husband, and talk about the capabilities. But we're still looking for donations to help support this building. So any would be welcomed.
Okay, so again, donations financially, because everything we raise comes from the local
Right.
community, and the only reason that we're able to sustain programming is because of the tremendous support. So financial contributions, and we're always looking for volunteers too, right?
Volunteers, yes. And we've had several from the Home Builders Association groups that have helped us out with in-kind donations. So we're very blessed that
Great.
they have also helped us with our vision.
Fantastic. The community support is great. And again, thank you to you and Rusty. Your vision is tremendous. Your leadership is amazing, and it's wonderful to be a part of such growth within the Carol S. Petri Youth Golf Foundation. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you for joining us for the More Than a Game segment. Thank you again to Carol and Rusty Petri, the co-founders of the First Tee of Brunswick County. If you'd like more information about our expansion, our growth, or how you can help and be involved, please feel free to visit our website, thefirsttbrunswickcounty.org, or call us at the office, 754-5288. We've got a lot of great things going on, and we're always looking for folks who are eager and willing to help.